can feel it down in my plums. When I hear a sound, a rap at the door, my young son Gabriel walks in.
Well, welcome back. Let the boys watch.
I say no.
A podcast brought to you by Go and Grab Production. I'm William Goldman. My name is Robbie, and on this week's episode, it was Robert Redford Week. Rest in peace to that handsome stallion. And the winner of Robert Redford Week was a 1976 political drama, All the President's Men. All the President's Men was written by William Goldman and directed by Alan J. Pakula, and based off the 1974 book of the same name by Carl Bernstein and Bob Woodward. All the President's Men stars Robert Redford, Dustin Hoffman, Jack Warden, Martin Balsam, Hal Holbrook, Jane Alexander, and Ned Beatty. Alongside me is Tricky Dick. Cuz, how we doing?
Doing well, but can you hold on? I got somebody on the other line real quick. Hey, Ryan, this is Ben Redacted from the Washington Post. I heard you got 2 sweaters for free and you got a refund and you didn't return them. Is that true?
I don't want to answer any questions.
We had a check made out to you with your name on it with a refund on it.
Listen, I have a family. I have a dog and a cat. I'm not going to answer any more of your questions.
All right. We're printing it, though. I'm printing it.
Oh, and alongside the cuz and myself, good friend, co-host Ryan Ryan. How does it feel to be deep throat?
Feels pretty good. You relax your throat. Not bad.
Nice. Good for you.
I have a question for you, Robbie, or more of a statement. I don't care that you were in Sally's apartment. I want to know what was said in Sally's apartment.
Plead the fifth.
So like Robbie said, this is Let the Boys Watch. We typically watch movies that one or all of us haven't seen. We come up with a theme, like Robert Redford Week. Can't speak today. Yeah. You know what? We're doing this a few days early because of me, my fault. So it's going to be an episode. We'll see. But we usually come up with a theme, put it on a vote on Instagram. Sometimes we just pick what we want, but if you want to get involved in said votes, then join us over on Instagram, Let the Boys Watch Pod. You could also email us. Maybe you have some thoughts about what we think about All the President's Men, or you have some ideas for movies we should watch. Send us an email. You could send us a message on Instagram, but you could send us an email, ltbwpodcast@gmail.com. And please also, Ben, tell them what else they should do, even though they won't.
Well, you know what I was thinking about before I do that? I want to say, make sure you're also listening to the Going Gray podcast because you always shout us out. You always shout Let the Boys Watch on Going Gray. So I'm going to start by saying you should also listen to the Going Gray podcast. But once you do that, you should follow us on YouTube at Let the Boys Watch. Search Let the Boys Watch, All the President's Men, Superman, Friendship, any of the movies we've done recently. Subscribe so you don't have to search for us every week and wade through Will Ferrell clips. Give the video a thumbs up, please. We would really appreciate that. Leave a comment. Tell us what you thought. Tell us what you want us to watch. Make fun of us. Tell us that our takes are trash, that we don't know what we're talking about.
Probably.
That we tell too many inside jokes. Whatever you would like to tell us, leave in the comments below on YouTube. Let the Boys Watch.
Yeah. Do we tell a lot of inside jokes? I don't think so.
We can get in the weeds a little bit.
A little bit.
I'll be right back. You give me a story. I'll be right back. I gotta get a drink.
All right,
Oh,
go
boy.
get a drink. So we'll get to some segments. We're gonna do favorite characters, least favorite scenes, least favorite. We'll do some scores, and overall impressions. Before we get into that, I'll do a little, I guess, plot summary. Just in case it's been a while since you've seen this movie. I will say off the top, I'm a little upset that this won over The Natural, but that's just my personal preference. Hopefully we get to watch The Natural in the future because I know that both of you guys have not seen it. Oh, what you got there?
This new thing, Topo Chico. You ever have it?
No, but Robbie, you always finding new things. It's always interesting.
Well, this one I got on my own because I went into Brooklyn by myself, and I went to this place called Taqueria Ramirez. I don't know if you ever heard of it, but I got these fantastic tacos myself, and I said, "Ooh, my palate's a little bit dry." I said, I never saw a Topo Chico with the twist of lime. And then I got it, but this one I got a twist of grapefruit. It's trend set. I'm trending. I'm setting trends,
Wow. I
baby.
mean, who's better than you?
Nobody.
We never do inside jokes.
Never.
Never. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna do honestly, I don't think even my jokey nonsense is appropriate for this film. So honestly, I'm just gonna do a quick one. Look up the plot summary on your own or watch the movie. Whatever. 3.99 to rent. Who bought it? Rob, I bet Benny didn't. You did?
I did. Of course I did.
Wow. Yeah.
$5.
Oh yeah. They know. It's only $1. I'll buy it.
I'm okay with that for
I'm
movies
okay
like
with it,
this
but it's
that
still
are
annoying.
that are, in the pantheon, I guess.
Um, Honestly, I mean, I think most Americans, or at least I would hope most Americans and even international friends that are listening, know a little bit about the Watergate scandal. But basically, that's what this movie is about. The beginning, the first couple of months of the investigation of the Watergate scandal. We do not go really much further than, if at all, actually, we don't, past his reelection, Nixon's reelection. That's where the movie ends. Some say maybe a little abruptly. Maybe we'll talk about that later. But basically, this film follows the inception of Woodward and him kind of going to this court case and being like, why these five knuckleheads have this insane lawyer? One of them's got ties to CIA. They kind of find out some other things. All of them technically have ties to CIA, and that kind of sends them down a rabbit hole. Bernstein, played by Dustin Hoffman, and Woodward, played by Redford, just start unraveling the whole thing and finding out that this keeps going higher and higher and higher in the administration. Um, and they get some help from some sources. They get some help from Deep Throat, which I wish everyone gets a little help from Deep Throat from time to time. Um, and
Please.
it kind of ends, it wraps up with, again, the re-election and them typing up the story with everything that they found. And then, as we know historically, I know the book goes into it, but Nixon does resign because he's about to be impeached because of this whole scandal. So that's pretty much the movie. I mean, honestly, I feel like a lot happens, but not a lot happens, and we'll talk about that. So, anyone want to start with some overall impressions?
Hey, the hitting streak continues.
Oh,
Please.
Um, I felt a lot of things watching this movie. Um, some tied to our current political situation and just being like, damn, so the Republicans are like, I didn't know, like, I know the basic framework of Watergate. When they start talking about like how involved everything was and like how long, like this is the origin of rat fucking, which we heard a lot with Roger Stone and Trump. Just is like has the Republican Party like always been like this criminal organization for all these years, and we really still doing both sides on a lot of different things? So I was upset, I was frustrated with that and annoyed by it. I was really into Robert Redford's acting in this movie. I thought he was great. Just the scenes of him being on the phone, I thought are so good. And the one that I kind of referenced earlier with the joke intro, such a great scene. Dustin Hoffman, pretty good in this movie. I enjoyed his portrayal. Um, I was upset by the ending, and it was something that really bothered me, like that's where it ended. Because I really like 2.5 hours. I was like locked in. I could have kept going, and I really enjoyed the story that they were telling, getting a little bit more detail from Watergate that I really didn't know. But I did a little research kind of on the movie after. And two things. The first is the one that makes me want to punch myself in the face, but someone was like, "Was this a true story?" And I was like, "Dude, we
I
are
know
so...
when you Google it, that's like the first result.
yeah." I was like, "Oh, we are so stupid." But the second was you got to realize how close this came out after Watergate. So this was a lot of stuff people didn't know and was almost like a prequel to everything that they did know. So in that time, I'm sure it was kind of the perfect piece to accompany like the national story that Watergate was. So I kind of gave it a little break there because like I said, I was really into it. And the whole thing, is building to Nixon resigning that to just get it typed out after all those people start getting indicted and found guilty or pleading guilty. I was just like, damn, man, like we built so much momentum, and I feel like this movie ended at the climax. It like you didn't get that. Yes, you got the resolve, like what happens, but it ended at that moment where I was like, all right, here we go. Like this is where everything falls apart. And I get the story that they were telling, and I get that this is kind of where the post's involvement ends with the investigation, but it felt a little, of a little bit of a letdown at the end there. Sorry, there was a lot, but you guys go ahead.
Oh, that's fair. Robbie?
Well, I've already seen this movie a bunch of times in school. Last time I saw it before this was like 2 years ago. I love this kind of stuff. I really do. Um, but again, like Benny said, it's kind of this the climate we're in now where, I mean, please, Watergate's like a little blip on the
Nothing.
radar with what the hell's going on with this current administration and all the things that they're doing and getting away with. But yeah, it's back into a different time, and there's definitely still people, still some honorable news reporters that are trying to get stuff done and break stories and things like that. But I mean, this really took down an entire presidency, which is unheard of at the time, which is crazy. And all the things they did to get the story done was great, and I love that. And I love the performance of Robert Redford. Dustin Hoffman, like I can give a take with him in anything he's in. But yeah, I mean, I love this movie. I love the way it ended because I feel like when that movie came out, everybody already knew what the hell happened. And like you said, Benny, yeah, this story ended basically when they printed the article. So I get what ended it that way. Maybe make another movie about the entire Nixon trial and Senate hearing and stuff like that. That'd be fun. But other than that, I mean, it's just a great movie. The script is fantastic. I think it won a best screenplay for it, and it's very good, very crisp, and still it still holds to this day because of what's going on with this current shit show we're living in.
You mentioned, sorry, Ryan, to cut you off, but I want you to
Go
get your
ahead.
full time before I like jump in the middle of it. You mentioned like the honorable reporters. That was like another thing that I was thinking about, like just how much it seems like reporters hold shit back so they can write their book now. And like I'll even throw Bob Woodward under the bus for all the shit that he knew about the previous Trump administration that he didn't say anything until he wrote like whatever. He wrote like 3 books on the Trump administration. And it's like, dude, where was this info? Not that it would have mattered, like as we're seeing now, but like where was this information? Like you would have, yeah, you wrote the All the President's Men book with Carl Bernstein, but like you also exposed the worst stuff first, and then you wrote the book after. So that was another thing that kind of just like pissed me off about how things are now. But go ahead, Ryan.
No, I mean, I agree with both of you. That it's kind of funny that like when you read into what actually happened with Watergate, like that would be like barely a day's worth of a news cycle nowadays. Like, oh, a couple people got some money. Okay. Like that probably happens every day now. But um this was actually the first time I ever saw this movie. I've never seen it before, which
Oh
is
wow, I didn't know that.
yeah, I would it's a movie I probably should have watched as a former history major and just someone who's interested in this kind of stuff. And I don't know. I just never watched it. Um, I really liked it, but I also like didn't like it. Like it didn't hit for me like I expected it to. And maybe it's because my expectations were super high just because everyone says it's like one of my favorite movies, like one of the best political thrillers ever. And there's a lot to like about it. But I found myself kind of not bored, but just like not on the edge of my seat, not super engaged with it. But I did like it, and I did recognize the like you mentioned the great screenplay. Shout out William Goldman, Missed the Princess Bride, my fave.
Shout out.
And a lot of great acting, not just from Hoffman and Redford, but a lot of the supporting characters were fantastic. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It didn't like it didn't really grip me like I expected it to, and I think it was probably because of my expectations being so high. Um, but I do recognize that it's a very good film and an important film. Detailing the leading up to, an important moment in American history. So I'm glad it won. I wish the natural won just so you guys could see it. But again, that's where we do the vote. Um, so that's it.
Yeah, I mean, these are three movies. I mean, pretty sure now that we've, done this, the podcast, like I'm probably gonna see all three of these movies at some point.
Yeah.
So it was just which one we were gonna watch this week. But the thing that I think maybe it hit a little bit different to me was the reveal about how much the intelligence community was involved. Like I didn't know that. I thought it
Mm,
was just like it went deep into his administration. I didn't know like FBI was involved, CIA was involved, like
yeah.
all that stuff, or if not involved, they knew and were actively like okay with it. So that
Yeah.
was kind of like the revelation for me watching this.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, the Deep Throat was the associate director, felt.
Yeah.
It went deep. And I think the biggest thing for me that I took away was, I don't know how to describe it, but like the relationship between the journalists and like everyone else. Whereas I don't feel like it's the same way. Like, yeah, in the movie and in real life, I'm sure tons of people were just like, no, no comment, fuck off. Um, but I felt like a lot of people like saw these journalists as like something to respect, that they were doing an important job, which they were. I mean, if you look at it, your freedom of the press, and like they're supposed to be the checks on the government and all that stuff. But I just feel like it's not like that anymore, and that kind of makes me sad.
I think if you knock on enough doors and you probe enough people, you're gonna find the people that want to unburden themselves and like
Yeah,
feel like not necessarily ratting everybody out, but at least getting something off their chest. And like they know what happened was wrong and they just want to either say it or just like feel like, okay, I've told somebody like I can wash my
I'm
hands of this
absolved.
now.
Yeah, yeah, you're probably right. Whatever,
If you want a $400 million jet, it's fine. Nowadays, that's fine.
it's fine.
Yeah.
You don't need that. That's not pay for play.
Yeah,
Nope.
yes.
What I find so funny is how like back then that was such a massive scandal. Whereas now it's like people have just been completely brainwashed to either pick a side or not care. If it's their team, they don't give a shit. But if it's the other side, they lose their mind. And obviously, I know that's what the media's turned into. And you watch enough of that stuff, you'll definitely be brainwashed. But I mean, this is real, not groundbreaking journalism, but it, led to the first president of the United States resigning in office because of something that he did. I mean, now you can get a fucking Humsky and your approval rating goes through the roof. So it is what it is, but it's different times, but it's still a monumental um, piece of achievement in journalism for the time and in the history of the United States.
Yeah. And
I think they'll
go ahead.
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, because this won't really fit into any of the segments. I really enjoyed the unraveling of the puzzle by the reporters, just kind of very slowly, like chipping away, chipping away, chipping away, and getting to who they needed to get to. It's just that kind of stuff is very interesting. It's kind of like a puzzle. They figured it out.
Yeah. I think too, like I don't want to say it gives me hope now, but it makes me think that things are kind of always been like this, where they're like 50% of the country doesn't even you said Watergate, you wouldn't even know what the hell you're talking about. So nobody
Right.
cares about this shit. That and I love that they used real footage mixed in because you actually saw like what Republicans and people in the administration were saying, and it's the same shit now. Like just hand
Same
wave it
shit.
away, it's
Yep.
nothing, like whatever, blah blah blah. So as much as we are slaves to the time that we live in and we think that this is the worst possible thing, and in a lot of ways it is, at least you could see back then that, you kind of seeing some of the same things. So it's different and it's worse now, but it's also similar in a lot of ways to, what's happened in the past.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, if Forrest Gump wasn't awake, who knows what would have happened? So I mean, I don't know
The
why.
lights are keeping me awake.
Yeah, I don't know why Woodward and Bernstein get all the credit.
Right? Should be Forrest. Um, all right. Uh, let's do some scores and then we'll get into a few segments. Does anyone want to start with their score?
Why don't you go first since you saw it? This is the first time you saw it.
All right. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, like I said, it's hard because I understand the cultural significance of this movie and I get why people love it. Um, but again, it didn't like really, really hit for me, but I'm still gonna give it 7.7. Um, because I get why and it probably should be ranked higher, but wasn't for me.
I feel you.
Full
Rob, you want
disclosure, I tried to watch it the night before and I fell asleep.
to
So I watched it the next night.
Rob, you
You
want to
can go,
go?
but you haven't seen this, right?
Yeah.
All
I'm
right,
gonna
so go ahead.
go 8.1. I enjoyed it. I liked it. I think I might be a Robert Redford guy, like heavy now. Like we watched The Switch and we watched this, and I thought he was great.
Sting.
The Sting.
Yeah, this thing, sorry. Um,
Sting.
It's
Sting.
Sting.
um, I'm super interested in watching other stuff that he's in. I think he's really good. I saw someone talk, it might have been Howard Stern, when after he passed away, he was doing like a little eulogy just about how he, after his first couple movies, he's like didn't want to do these romantic roles. Like he wanted to do like real stuff that, scripts he believed in and stories that he wanted to tell. So I don't know. He just seems kind of like one of those actors. And, he's just so goddamn handsome that, I'm drawn to
Yes.
him. So I'm a Robert Redford guy. I'm going to go 8.1. I think the ending hurt the score a little bit for me. But yeah, top to bottom, I was super, you know, um, bought into this one.
Yeah, again, this is right. This stuff's right in my wheelhouse. Movies like this, movies like Spotlight, this type of paper type dramas, unraveling, uncovering a deep, dark secret kind of story. I love this kind of movies. Sometimes they hit, sometimes they miss. Shout out the post. But I mean, this is just a masterclass in storytelling and getting the sources and getting to the final, I guess, the ending of a story that they went through God knows how much stuff, lives threatened, things like that. So I'll give it an 8.3. The year I was born. Shout out. Best year ever. Shout out.
Spring
Um,
chicken.
that's right.
Shout out. Spring. Gobble gobble. Oh, it's a turkey, sorry.
Spring turkey. Were you saying that the post was a miss or a hit?
Miss.
Oh, interesting. Because it's like something I've heard of that I want to watch. That's about the Pentagon Papers, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right.
But watch it. I
I
mean,
I'll watch it eventually, but I'm just, curious.
I said she wants us, or at least me and her, to watch the movie Spotlight. Have you seen that?
and I just said that.
Did you?
Yeah, I said this and Spotlight.
Oh, I heard you talk about the post, and I remember that was another one I
No,
read it.
Spotlight's fantastic. Best picture winner.
Yeah.
Oh, really? All right.
It's a good
And
one. It's a
I
really good
think
one.
John Slattery plays the editor of this movie's son.
Ben Bradley.
Yeah, Ben Bradley Jr. was I guess the editor in chief at the Boston Globe for that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, definitely watch it unless we do a Ben Bradley week.
Let's do it.
BBJ. Ben Bradley
Mark
Jr.
Ruffalo, Mark Ruffalo week.
Could do that. The missus would like that. She's a big fan.
Of the Rough?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Oh, Michael
Ruffles?
Keaton's in that
Sour
movie
cream
too.
and
Forget
onions?
about it.
No, sour cream and cheddar is the correct ruffle.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
Yes. I forgot that Michael Keaton was in that movie too.
Love him.
So great.
There we got 3 weeks of movies set right there. Michael
There you
Keaton
go.
week, Ben Bradley week, and Ruffalo week, we'll call it.
Love it.
Getting hitting into the rough.
Here's the fourth. Here's the fourth week. John Holmes week.
We're done. We're good for the rest of the month.
Shout out. But then we're done for the 2025s.
Yeah, that's it. We'll do Christmas movies after that.
Oh, please.
All right, let's do some segments. I feel like we started with characters a lot lately, so let's start with scenes, and we'll start with favorite scenes. Joe, you want to go?
Sure. I alluded to it before. I'll allude to it again. I love the Robert Redford scene when he's on the phone with Kelleher or whatever and McGregor, and it's kind of like that big aha moment that he has. Just him, boom, cameras locked on him, having most likely a one-way conversation, but you believe that that conversation is real. I just thought he was fantastic in that scene, and it's kind of that's the second moment of real like, oh, this is getting serious now. The first being when he goes to talk to the White House press, and they like spit out the excuse before he even asked them anything about it. So that was really the one that's kind of the break in the story, and that kind of like, oh, this thing goes a lot higher than we originally thought. Obviously, it goes higher than that afterwards, but yeah, I thought he was fantastic in that scene.
Nice. Good choice. That's the one he's on the phone and then he's like, oh, he's calling, he's got to switch. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a good scene. It's crazy how, and you know that this probably really happened, but like he's like going after this guy and he's like, oh, wait, could you please hold? And the other guy's like, just out of etiquette, like, yes, I'll hold. Whereas now I feel like they'd be like, fuck off.
Yeah, that but I think too, like when it's like that thing where you're caught in a lie and you're like, no, I have to like, I'll talk my way out of this. So he's
Yeah, it
like, yeah,
could be
no, no,
that too.
I'll hold because I got this story that I'm ready to tell you
Yeah.
that's gonna
This will give me a
complete,
minute to think about
yeah, it's gonna completely exonerate me when I tell you that I got dogs and cats.
it. The family. Um, Robbie, would you like to go?
Sure. Give me the what is it? Let's see. I don't know how to say this scene. Oh, this is tough. Actually, give me the first when I first see Deep Throat in Parking Garage.
Damn it.
Shout out to the young king, Hal Holbrook. I just love that scene. Dimly lit. You don't know what's gonna happen. Fearing for his life probably with all that stuff. You don't know what if he's meeting somebody that's really gonna tell him some good information. And he tells him like it always is, follow the money, follow the cash. And just a great scene. The minimal amount of time that Hal Holbrook was in the movie, he was fantastic. And Redford, I mean, forget about it, please. Every time I saw that man's facial features on the screen, I almost ejaculated.
No lies detected. Um, well, as you can tell by my reaction, that was my choice for favorite scene. So I'm gonna go with I think I'll go with my man that we alluded to before, Ben Bradley. The first time like right after the call that Benny was talking about, where he's just like on the phone with them and he's like I was joking about before, but I don't care about what you would if you were there. I don't give a shit. What did you say in there? And then as soon as he's like, yeah, okay, great, cats and dogs, print it, baby. Like as soon as he hangs up, love it. I loved a lot of the scenes with him in it.
He had fantastic lines.
He did.
I know we got our Anima just coming up, but the when he puts the note on the table, it just says we stand by reporting. Fantastic moment.
Yep.
And the last line of the movie, really, when he's like, he's like, go get your rest. You got 15 minutes, get back on it. And if you fuck up again, then I'm gonna be mad. Just like a perfect ending because he became his arc in the beginning. You're like, all right, this guy's gonna be the ball buster
Yeah.
the whole entire movie, but he ended up being on their side the whole way through. So I really enjoyed his character.
Yeah, because you feel like with that guy, he's the editor in chief. Like his obviously reputation's on the line. Like he'll never work again if this story comes out as fake. Obviously, Woodward and Bernstein, but I mean, he had a lot riding on it as well too. So Academy Award winner
Yeah.
for this role.
Yeah, I think it won.
Really?
This movie won 4 Oscars.
Wow.
I think.
Yeah, best screenplay, I think. And him for best supporting actor.
I think
Sure.
didn't a best supporting actress, I think.
Oh yeah, I forgot her name. Jane Alexander, I think.
I think. And something else. Let's see. Yep, best actor in supporting role, best screenplay, best art direction or set direction, best sound. Oh, it actually won a number of things, not four. Uh, and then oh no, it was four. Then nominee for best picture, best actress supporting role, Jane Alexander was a nominee, best director nominee, and best film editing nominee. So good for them.
Did you see who they lost to that year for best film?
Don't tell me it's
Um,
Rocky. Is it Rocky?
I don't know. Wait, hold on. Best picture. Son of a
Could it be a Godfather?
No.
1976 this came out.
This
Taxi
is
Driver, Rocky, All the
this was the
President's Men.
77 Oscars.
Yeah, Rocky won.
Hey, sometimes it's not about how hard you get hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and then keep going after that.
And he said, he said, "Hey, how you doing, Adrian? Adrian, you doing me for you fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. Can't get fooled again."
What which do you like better, Rocky or this?
Oh, please, fucking all the President's Men. Rocky 1 is horrendous.
Really?
Yeah. I
I
watched it.
mean,
I watched it.
I
It
like
was
the other
bad.
some of the other Rockies better. Agree. But
Yeah, Rocky 3. Forget about Rocky 4, please. Forget about it. End of the
Thunder
Cold War.
Lips,
I think if Rocky, I don't know if I'll ever watch this movie again, but I will watch Rocky again.
like every year I'll watch Rocky.
Yeah.
66666.
Tyreek Hill dead.
Yeah. There he goes off my team.
All right.
Anyway,
Least favorites?
yes,
Least
sorry.
favorite scenes?
Least favorite scene. I might be stealing this from you, Benny, maybe. But I'm gonna go with the end. And I don't think I hated it as much as you seem like you did. I don't know if you hated it, but
I didn't
disliked it.
hate it. It
Yeah,
just I was like, damn.
it's a little jarring.
Yeah.
And I didn't hate it either, but in a movie that has not a lot of bad scenes that I can really think of, um, I guess this was most controversial. So again, least favorite. It was still good, but I I did want more as well.
Honestly, for me, I'm probably gonna do a cop out here. I don't have any least favorite scenes. I really don't. I mean, I couldn't find anything that I didn't like. It probably would have been, if Nixon got off, I doubt it would be my least favorite scene, but he didn't because he's a prick and he sucked and he's one of the ruinations of this country. But yeah, so I don't have anything. That's a cop out, but I'm not gonna make pretend that I didn't like anything.
Still an
I
answer.
got I gotta admit, first of all, I got completely sidetracked by somebody that was in this movie that I didn't know that's who they were. And I was trying to think of an answer on the fly because you did take my answer. Um, so I was gonna say none, but I'll say this. I was very convenient that Woodward fell asleep and Deep Throat was just standing there in the darkness, still waiting for him all that time later. Like obviously it was long enough past their meeting time where Bernstein called him and was like, "Dude, what happened?" And
Yeah.
he's like, "Oh, I gotta go," and he's just still there waiting. So I'll go with that just for it being a little unbelievable. But yeah, I felt in the same way. It's hard to pick a bad scene in this movie. There really wasn't anything that I thought was egregious or bothered me. There was something that bothered me, but I'll save it for least favorite characters.
Fair. How long you think he was waiting? At least an hour,
At least,
at least.
Least.
Because back then, there's no cell phones. You figure, all right, Dustin Hoffman's gonna call him. If he's like, I'm meeting him at 11. Dustin Hoffman's like, all right, well, they're gonna meet. He's got to get two cabs back. I'm not calling him till like 12:30, 1 o'clock.
Right.
Hmm.
It makes
Whatever.
sense. The math wasn't mathing.
It's not a lot to do in a parking garage. I don't know what he was up to.
No, there wasn't even like Nokia time where you could have been playing Snake.
Oh,
Oh, I wish.
the best. All right,
Hmm.
Ani mentions for favorite or least favorite scenes.
I'm dying. I go, I don't think anybody picked this. Um, Basically the almost tail end of the movie when they go to the editor-in-chief's house and he delivers that awesome line about the only the First Amendment, freedom of the press, and all that stuff. And I'm thinking like now it's like, what a shame. What a shame this country has turned into with that bullshit and everybody throws that fake news and nobody is held accountable for anything and it makes you question what life's really about. I'm sorry for getting all, but it's true. It's shit. You try to do good and you get poopy doopy.
No, that's like I said. I mean, that's kind of how I was feeling through a lot of this movie. It's just like, you- where are we at right now? Like how different the times were, and just that like people had a conscience, and like now it just seems like that's just gone from so many people, especially our leaders.
I
Yeah,
think,
now it's out in the open. I don't care.
yeah, I think there's a lot more apathy among the general populace than there used to be. Like, yeah, I think people still have a conscience, but like maybe not apathy, but like apathy mixed with an inability to actually do anything because when are we gonna do anything? I gotta go to work. I gotta do a million things. Like I don't know.
Yeah, keep them poor so they can't fight back.
Yeah,
Can't strike if you're not going to eat and lose your house.
Hmm.
don't
It's
need
true.
that.
Join us next
Um,
week when we fucking solve the crisis of America.
yeah.
Join us next week when we're off the air.
Any other Ani mentions from anybody?
I enjoyed all the scenes of them talking about what was going to be in the paper the next day.
Yeah,
They're in the huddle. I love Jack Warden again.
love him.
I honestly thought that this dude was only in Dirty Work, just as the grandpa, but like, seeing him in
Bring
two
on the
movies,
horse.
yeah, seeing him um in two movies now, like him kind of in his prime, as a strapping young lad. I love those scenes of them like, all right, we're doing, you got National has 8 columns,
Right.
Foreign has 8 columns, Metro area 15, and just them like bouncing, what's important and what they got and all that kind of stuff off each other. Um, I went to school for journalism. I wanted to write for a paper, so it's kind of cool to see that kind of stuff because it was going to be my profession at one point.
Yeah. I wonder, I bet so many people who saw him in Dirty Work after seeing his long career and then seeing him in this must have been like, what the fuck? This is awesome.
How many people do you think saw All the President's Men and Dirty Work? The Venn diagrams are like maybe touching.
That might be true.
We might have just created a new category today of people.
What a fantastic film. Both fantastic films.
Yes,
Never seen it.
Um,
we might have to watch it one day.
yeah, have you ever seen it, Robbie?
No.
It's
Note
terrible,
to
but it's
self.
fantastic.
Note to self, make Robbie watch Dirty Work.
Um, all right, characters. Should we do least or favorite first?
Let's do least so I can get it off my chest.
All right,
And I
you
want to steal it
keep it going.
because I know Robbie's gonna pick him. Hold on, I'm looking for his name. Uh all right, in the interest of time, maybe one of you guys remember his name. The fucking lawyer with the teeth. Oh my God.
Oh,
Kill I couldn't, the rat
that
fucker.
mouth.
Oh my God. He was like I honestly thought he was gonna end up being like a sociopath. He just like had that look about him. But he took me out of the scene. He took me like I couldn't keep uh my focus on anything else but like just how creepy he looked.
Segretti?
Segretti,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh boy, Segretti. I mean, I get it. Like, listen, hey, we're a slave again to the 2020s here. Of everybody has to be perfect looking all the time. Back then, like, hey, that's just what people looked like, and everybody was fine with it. But he scared the shit out of me the second he popped on screen. Like, he opened up that door looking like that. I was like, Jesus.
I think a lot of it was the lighting. Like it was just unflattering and he looked
Yeah,
like tough.
yeah. So Segretti, least favorite.
Stagnetti's
Next choice.
Revenge. Am I up?
Yes.
Again, I'll go. My least favorite character is Richard Nixon. I think he's the worst. I mean, Tricky Dick, and he just did a lot of shitty things in this country's, you know, McCarthyism bullshit. This, videotape. I mean, they're recording every conversation in the Oval Office and things like that. He's just the worst and one of the worst. And as of right now, he's not even that bad. Consider what we're looking at.
Well, I was gonna say, and it was like not a defense of him, but like he did some good shit. Like the EPA is like his invention. I mean, we don't even have to talk about what's happening with that now, but like there were like we when conservatives actually wanted to conserve things, and like I think he had a lot to do with like national parks and stuff like that. Again, not absolving him of the complete piece of shit that he was. Um, but yeah, no, he looks like a choir boy compared to what we have now.
Yeah, not even. I'm not even talking about Trump. I think people forget um, what kind of piece of shit George Bush was as well, and the things he did in his presidency, and also probably one of the main causes of the deficit that we're in this day.
100%.
Oh, another Republican. What a shock.
Thank God we have Reagan though to break him up.
Oh, please, Reaganomics, the best thing that ever happened to this country. Shout out. The first man with dementia in the Oval Office.
Um, I'm gonna go with what was it Dardis? Was he the guy down in Miami?
The DA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He seemed like a dickhead. So I'll go with him.
That guy's in a bunch of stuff too, right?
Yeah. Ned Beatty.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't
Ned
know what
Beatty's
it is I know him
fantastic.
from, but it's from something.
I am pulled up right now. Network, Deliverance, Shooter, Superman.
To watch Network.
Oh, Toy
That's
Story
it.
3, that was it.
Toy Story 3. Shout out. Episode.
Shout out Lotso.
Network. Network's a good movie.
Mm.
Who's up? Robbie?
Um, oh, I'm sorry. I am up for
Oh,
favorite
for favorite.
character. Yes.
Sorry.
Um, I'm gonna I'm going with Ben Bradley. I love that actor, Jason Robards, and I just really liked his character. I mean, there was a lot of good characters in this movie, but for some reason I just really liked him. I love that he had their back. I liked his speech at the end that Robbie brought up earlier. Um, yeah, Ben Bradley. Loved him.
Great pick.
Well, please. I'm gonna go with Robert Redford. I have to. As Bob Woodward. Hopefully I'm not mixing the two up.
No, you got it.
But I gotta go with him. I mean, again, it's not because he's just handsome. He played the role so well. And just a very good performance by him. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of his movies, The Sting and maybe this is the only two, but he portrayed Woodward, very well, and I enjoyed his character the most in this film. Besides my main man Ben Bradley, but other than that. I gotta go Redford. He stole the show.
The only thing is, and maybe it's because I only know Bob Woodward as an old guy. Punch,
Too
Robert
handsome.
Redford's punching above his weight, and like he's a lot more confident than. No, no, Bob Woodward's probably very of a confident person, but he made out like a fucking bandit in this movie with Robert Redford portraying him. Um, I mean, I'll go with the other half of the dynamic duo here and say Dustin Hoffman. Not necessarily his biggest fan all the time, and I think he was a little over the top at points in this movie, but I enjoyed the two of them together. I like kind of like the manic energy that he had, and Woodward kind of being like a little bit more reserved, but also just as serious about his work. I thought they played off each other nice. So I'll go with Dustin Hoffman. You know, I don't know how many times you're going to watch a movie with him in it, and I'm gonna get to pick him as one of my favorite characters, so I'll take the opportunity here.
Fair. Um, quick question based on your statement earlier, but who's the actor that's too hot to play you, but would kind of make sense if they played you in a film?
I'll go with like I have one because it actually made sense when I was younger and thinner and a little bit more handsome. Colin Farrell.
Okay.
Now I can't get away with that. Now it would be Kevin Smith.
No.
Come
There's
on, stop it.
I just saw an advertisement for a cruise with like that whole crew. Like Kevin Smith, Jason Mewes, like all them. I was like, hmm. And then I was like, that's probably too much for me.
You gotta that's like Robbie, I still want your answer, but you gotta remember like the fan base of the people because I went on 311 cruises and it's like, yeah, it's fun to go watch a bunch of bands on a cruise ship, but also I dealt with like a lot of stinky people on that cruise, and I feel like the View Askew universe might be the same.
Yeah.
Um,
A lot of people
Robbie,
with dreads that should not have them.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Robbie, who's your actor? Joe
Somebody said, look at,
Mantegna?
if please, I wish. Somebody told me a long time ago, The Villager, for no reason. I never believed why he said it, but I'll go with Tom Hardy.
Okay.
And I
I
have no
think I
idea
was
why he
there
said
that
that.
night.
Were you?
I think so.
The
That seems so
Villager?
familiar. Yeah.
I
He goes,
thought
you
you
look
were
like
gonna.
Tom Hardy. And I
I
said,
thought
thank you.
I thought you were gonna say Antonio Sabato Jr.
Oh, please. I have to return Republican. No way.
Uh, um, I don't know. I don't have an answer. I'll just go with
Nah, come on. You can't just
Jude
not
Law
have an answer.
from that movie we watched.
Talented Mr. Ripley?
Yeah. Just
I
because
could
I
see
liked
that.
his outfits.
I could see it. I could see it.
Glasses, maybe.
Big
Um,
Dick, maybe too, as well. Oh, sorry.
Ani mentions for actors. Anybody want to throw stuff out there?
Hmm.
Deep Throat. We
Oh, yeah.
mentioned it before, but
Yeah, Jack Warden for me,
oh
obviously.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I liked seeing him pop up on the screen again. Um,
Jane
so
Alexander.
yes. Um, the thing that threw me off before was the guy that played Sloane is the dad from Seventh Heaven.
Yeah.
What?
I had no idea.
Yeah.
And also, didn't he turn out to be like a Mondo
Like
creep?
a
Like a
psycho or
child,
something.
I
Yeah.
think a child not a molester or something like that, or a predator or something like that.
Like a groomer
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
something
Allegedly.
like.
I don't want to, what? I don't know.
Yeah, when I was looking through the list trying to find Segretti before, uh, I saw it. It just like threw me off my game completely because I didn't clock it at all. Maybe I thought he looked familiar in some sense, but it didn't stand out to me really.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I was gonna honestly, I forgot about that this was the same guy. I was gonna pick him for least favorite because I was just gonna say like he looks like someone who's like smells women's socks. Like he's just like a fucking creeper.
Well, I have
And
news for you, buddy.
apparently so.
Don't say
Yeah.
the words because I don't want we're gonna get pulled
No,
down
no,
on
no,
YouTube
no.
or buried.
Just inappropriate conduct.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Seventh Heaven. The only reason I know that show existed because it was on like right before Raw on USA.
Sure.
I mean that and Jessica Biel, but come on.
Oh, goodness.
Was it Jessica Biel
goodness.
in that one?
Yeah,
Sure.
I think so.
We always went from Seventh Heaven straight into fucking Stone Cold, drinking beer and stunning somebody in the ring and flipping the bird.
Oh, what a time.
The three shows I remember leading into Monday Night Raw was Seventh Heaven, Walker Texas Ranger, and I think Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman. I think I always remember catching the tail end of those shows before Raw started.
I think it wasn't like Silk Stalkings like after Raw.
Yeah, and La Femme Nikita.
Yes.
It's a good
I was
nightcap
like,
for
fuck, yeah.
a teenage boy.
I was like 10 years old. I was like, oh boy, here we go.
Um,
Start a Silk Stalkings podcast, break down every
Oh,
app.
goodness gracious, get me back. Bring me back.
we'll do start there, and then we'll slowly graduate to like real sex and taxi cab confession. Um, anything else about All the President's Men? I think we got everything.
We didn't do.
Did we miss a
Oh
segment?
no, we did. We did everything, right?
Yeah.
Least favorite, most favorite. Shit, I did have something I wanted to say, just kind of about the whole Watergate thing in general. Oh, it's crazy to me, and I mean, like, this is how you know. I mean, you're a politician, so it's probably true for most of them. Like how egotistical they are, where like Nixon was going to get reelected and like did all this stuff to try to get just so he can win, by
More.
like some overwhelming landslide. Or I guess, I mean, maybe I have to look into that further because it seems like this might have been going on for a lot longer than that anyway. So I'm kind of interested in reading the book and kind of, finding out a little bit more because I feel like I know just enough about Watergate to be dangerous when talking about it. But probably get some stuff wrong now based on this movie.
Yeah, I have a book called Nixon Land. It's like 800 pages
Wow.
that I've started to read and then never read. But I love to. It was like basically the rise of Richard Nixon and how we got to that point.
That's interesting. Who wrote that? Do you know?
Nixon Land. Hold on, let me get it up. It is by
Rick Perlstein.
Perlstein.
Interesting. I haven't heard that name.
Yeah, it's supposedly good. I have to read it. I've had it for about 15 years now.
Hey, better start reading before those words start fucking fading off the pages.
All right, jeez. Yeah.
Well, you could cut a hole in it and put your valuables in there.
Hey,
I
I know.
make a warm Susie out of it.
I was gonna say I know a valuable you could stick in that hole. You can give it the old Monica
Nice.
Lewinsky.
Oh, please, a nice warm Susie will do the trick. 9 times out of 10.
Might be a good place to end. You guys got anything else? All right. Well, thanks for being with us. Again, send us some messages, follow us on all the things. And why don't you give yourself a nice warm Susie?
About
Treat
to right
yourself.
now.
Yeah, let's do it. Get
About
the
to right
Nixon
now.
book out. Let's go.
Get the Vaseline and get the wet papers out.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Robbie, tell him good night.
Good night, Tricky Dick.
Hey, Dick Nixon, in the immortal words of Rory McIlroy, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Let the boy watch. He needs to learn the way I learned from my father, the way he learned from his father. Let